Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my Disney pin collection. As you guys know, or if you don't know, at the Disneyland parks, pins are sold and people trade them all the time. So I actually started collecting a little over a year ago. And my collections consist of official Disney pins that are sold in the parks, as well as the Disney Hollywood soda fountain store that is along the Walk of Fame. What else do I have? I also have pins from the other Disney parks that are not Disneyland in Anaheim in California or in Florida. I also have pins from Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Shanghai Disneyland, which is pretty cool. And I also have fantasy pins, which are not licensed by Disney. These are fan-made pins, and they can consist of a bunch of movies, different movies, crossovers. They can be like tiny, they can be like pretty big, they can be pin on pin, which is something I'll go over. So yeah, I have two main collections. My two main collections are Princess and the Frog and my Disney Monster crossover collection, which is horror movies crossed over with Disney movies. So I will go over that last because those are my biggest collections. You can kind of see my Princess and the Frog collection behind me, and above I have a my Disney Monster board. So I'll show you a glimpse of it right now. So this is my Princess and the Frog and my Disney Monster collection. I'll go over it afterward, but I want to go over my smaller collections first. So I have a bunch of side collections because I love these pins and the designs are amazing and the creators are amazing. So I'll go over all that information, like price, creator if I know them, and yeah, and limited edition size if that's something that you guys are interested in. So let's get started. My first small side collection is WALL-E. It is a Pixar Disney movie. It is a love story of two robots. So I have these three pins. I used to have a bigger WALL-E collection, but I wanted to minimize it because I didn't want so many collections. But then I stopped collecting WALL-E and then I started new side collections, which is actually really normal in the pin community. So yeah, these are the three pins I have in my WALL-E collection. The two ones, this one and this one, are both fantasy pins. This one on the top is actually an older fantasy pin, so I'm not too sure who the creator is, but this one is a more recent fantasy pin. So usually the creators are on the back of the pin. So this one is by Artistic Flavors. Most pin designs are limited edition, so only a certain amount were made. And I believe the usual number for pins to be made is 50 pieces, but it can be more. It's usually around 50 though. And then this one is Official Disney, the one at the bottom. It is from the UK, from the Disney store over there, and that one is an LE of 700, I think, 800. So this one was released in 2005, and it is limited edition 800. So only 800 of these pins were made and sold. So yeah, this is my WALL-E and Eve collection. My next collection is my fantasy pin Pops collection. The series itself is called Pops. It is by Yo-Yo the Pinster. I'll put her username right here. You guys can check her out on Instagram. All these Pops have sold out already, so the only way to find them is to buy one from someone else that's reselling it or trade for them, which is really common in the pin community as well. Trading and selling is what we do in the pin community. And these are called pins, pin on pin, since it's basically two pieces of metal on top of each other that kind of make them pop, which is why they're called Pops. So these are it. The older ones are a lot harder to find, so that means they're sought after more than others, which means they are more expensive. So I will kind of give you an idea of how much these go for. the majority of these are harder to find. I would say the easier ones to find would be Jessica Rabbit, maybe Pocahontas, but the other ones are super hard to find. This Sally one from Nightmare Before Christmas, I will zoom in. I will zoom in there for you. That one actually cost me around $325, and that is the most expensive price I spent on a pop. The most expensive pin I have bought is a Yensid, which is a Disney Harry Potter crossover. The one I had was Jack from The Incredibles as Harry Potter when he was a baby. And the reason Yensids are so expensive is because they are LE25, so there are only 25 out there. And that one I spent $350 on. So Sally is like right behind being the top one that I've paid for. On this side, I have Megara, Tafiti, Eve, and Disgust, Sadness, and the Lagoon Mermaids from Peter Pan. I keep my Eve pop on here because it's part of the pop series, and obviously it won't fit on this little photo frame corkboard that I made, so I'd rather keep it here. I have 4 more spots on this board for Princess Pop because I want to keep this like the human/humanoid characteristic board. And then I have another board that is also of pops, but this would be animal. So this collection is a lot smaller because I don't have that many animal pops yet. But so far I have Marie, Scar, and Maleficent as a dragon. And this Marie, there's actually 2 versions of her. There's this one that I have with her eyes closed, and then there's another one that I have that is her with her eyes open. I thought this one was more sassy, so I decided to keep this one. And yeah, that's Scar and Maleficent as dragon, and she actually glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. There's actually over 100 pops out there, whether they be pre-sales that are not in hand yet or that are physically in the hands of collectors. I was going to be a completist in that series, but it was a lot of money and very extensive. I do not have the wall space to display all of those 100+ pops, so I decided to just keep my favorite ones and kind of minimize the amount of pins that I have on my wall. So those are my pops that I have right now. I am getting a few more in soon, and those are so cute. I love that collection a lot, and the designs are amazing. I really like those. So if you guys want to check out any more designs or more pop pins that are out there that I don't have, you can check out Yo-Yo the Pinster. So my next collection is my horror scary board, I guess. So I have Figaro as a vampire here, and then very small, if it would focus, I have Yzma the cat from Emperor's New Groove as Pennywise. Kind of hard to see. And then down here I have Princess Tiana wearing a skeleton costume. And then I have Belle as Constance, I think, from the Haunted Mansion with Beast's head in like a cage, I guess. The Beast head actually glows, which is pretty cool. And then up here in this corner, I have Freddy Krueger, I have Billy, I have Michael Myers, a skeleton wearing a Mickey hat, and then I have Esther from the movie Orphan. And then over here, I have my little Trick or Treat collection, which is a Disney short. So I have Huey, Louie, and Dewey, and then I have Pluto being chased by the pumpkin from that short. So yeah, that is that collection. The next collection that I have was actually big like my Wall-E collection, but I decided to condense it because I didn't want to collect that many pins of that movie or that character. So I put it on another frame and I made my own little board from there. So I have a mini Jack collection. So these pins, aside from this one, are all official Disney. The one where he's eating ice cream is an LE of 300, and the other ones are an LE of 1100, I believe. And then this one is a fantasy pin by Disney Pin Trader UK. I think her username is, but I believe that pin is sold out, so you'd have, if you wanted to find it, you would have to buy it from somebody who's selling it or trade for it. My next collection is a new collection. I've gotten a new kind of admiration of Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. I think it was after I got the pop because it came out so nice and I really learned to love her, I guess. So I have a mini Sally collection. So this pin isn't Sally, but it is Jack, and this one was zapped to me, which means it was gifted to me by a good pin friend of mine. And then up here I have my Sally pins. So this one is from the Disney Monster. I will leave his username right there. And he is the creator of my other Disney Monster collection that I will get to towards the end. So this one is from his series called Legends Only. There are, I think, 4 or 5 maybe other pin designs in that series, but my favorite is Sally, so I had to get her for my collection. And then I have the oval Sally right here with her kind of admiring Jack that's on the cliff, and that one is by your favorite pin trader, I think. I'll find her username and I'll leave it. This design is sold out though, so you'd have to trade for it or find it for sale. And then I have Galaxy Sally, which is by Designs by Jen, and I'll also leave her username there so you can find her. This pin is also sold out, so you'd have to get it in a trade or buy it. So these are my only Sally pins right now, aside from my pop that I have. And then next is kind of like an extended Princess and the Frog collection. So as I mentioned before, Disney official pins are not only sold in the parks, but they're also sold at the soda fountain store that's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that one is right next to the El Capitan Theater. So these pins I decided to put on their own board. The one in the center is from the theater, and those are called marquees. So I decided to get the Princess and the Frog marquee as the centerpiece, and then the surrounding pins are called PTDs, which are Pin Trader Delights. So it's the characters eating ice cream, and I'm almost complete in this series. I just need Louis the alligator, I need Naveen, I need another pin of Tiana and Naveena's frogs, I need Charlotte's dad, and I need adult Charlotte. And then I'm complete in that series. So a lot of these are harder to find than others. This Ray one was probably the hardest one to find, meaning it was a little more expensive than the others. And the Jack PTD that I showed you on my Jack board, that one's actually the second design that they came out with. Since that one, he looks like a baby. The first PTD design that came out was him in his super suit outfit, and that one is super hard to find, so I just settled for him as a baby, which he's cute either way, so I don't really mind. These next pins are in shadow boxes because and they're put away because I'm still waiting on some pre-sales of pins in these series. So when you buy a pin at pre-sale, it's basically you investing money into the design, and you have to wait a good, like, I'd say 4 to 8 months for the pin to be made and for the pin to come and be delivered to you, basically. So this one of the pins fell, and I'm waiting on a pin to come in to rearrange it because the pins are very fragile in here, and it's annoying to have to like open it up and fix it and then do it all over again when a new pin comes in. So I'm just waiting for the next one to come in. So this is my Princess Tim Burton collection. So here I have Alice in like a Tim Burton style pin. And then down here in the corner, I need to fix her, I have Cinderella, and she's super cute, as is Alice. And then here, Cheshire's eyes actually glow, which is pretty cool. So that is one of my side collections. My next side collection is actually a crossover between 2 creators. So as I mentioned, I have Pops by the creator Yo-Yo the Pinster, and then I have a Disney Monster collection by the Disney Monster. So they actually collaborated and made Monster Pops. So I was able to get in the private group to get those pins, and I have 3 of the 6 pins of that little collection in right now. I'm still waiting on 3 more, so these are the ones I have. So I have Alice as Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family. And then here I have Jessica Rabbit as Freddy Krueger, and I have Ariel as Chucky. And the ones I'm still waiting on are Vanellope holding the Goosebumps mask. I have that one coming in. I have Ursula as Beetlejuice coming in, and then I have the Lagoon Mermaids as Shock, Lock, and Barrel from Nightmare Before Christmas coming in. So after those 3 pins come in, then I will be complete, and then I can display my shadow box. Next, these are all official Disney. These are from Disneyland Paris. These are the Paris Cuties, and as far as right now, these are the only ones that have been released aside from Sven from Frozen. That is the last one I need to be up to date, and then I will be complete until new pins in the series come out. So I have from the top row, I have Marie, Figaro, Cheshire, Nala, Simba, and then I have the Fox and the Hound. I have Flower, Chip and Dale, Raja, Pegasus, Lady, Pluto, Bambi, and Thumper. And then I just need Sven, and then I'll be all caught up with the series. Next is a crossover between Disney and one of my favorite shows, which is The Office. I have more pins of the series coming in, so once I get those in, if you guys want, I can do an updated pin collection video. Just give this video a thumbs up, and then I'll go ahead and do that for you guys, because I have a lot more pins coming in soon. I trade for different pins. I may start a new collection or get rid of a collection, so it's always cool to see what other people collect and how it changes within a few months. So this next collection is a crossover, and it's called Dunder Magic. So I have Sadness as Phyllis, which is actually cool because the lady who plays Phyllis in The Office is actually the voice of Sadness in Inside Out. And then I have Anna and Kristoff as Jim and Pam, and it's the scene where they're sharing earbuds and listening to a song. My next side collection, and actually my last side collection, is my Disney Monster mini side collection, I would say, because I have the big pins up on that board that I will go over, but I also have some of his mini pins that he released. So these are it. I have Ariel as Pennywise as mermaids, and their tails are stained glass, which is cool. And then over here I have some other ones of his mini pins. So I have this pin right here on the top, says Disney Monster. This one says Disney Horror and Love, and then I have a vial that says Drink Me and It's Poison, and then the Scream mask with Mickey ears, the horror sticker from Blockbuster with Mickey ears, a bloody sheriff's badge, bloody Cindy shoe, and a bloody Mickey claw hand. And then I have a couple of little pumpkins, which are his logo. Those are all my side collections. So now I can go over my main collections. Since my main collections are on big boards, I can't go over every single pin, so I'll kind of just like span over my board and show you guys all the pins that I have. On my Princess and the Frog board, it does consist of both fantasy and authentic pins because I don't really like to separate them. So yeah, I'm going to, oh, look at my tree, it's so cute. I also have a little cactus that has a bunch of like miscellaneous pins, and I almost forgot this collection. So this collection is the Love You collection. Out of all of these pins in this collection, the one that was so hard to find was this one. So it's Carl and Ellie in a little boat floating above the volcano. And then I have Beauty and the Beast here, Elsa and Olaf, Ariel and Eric, Jasmine and Aladdin, and then Eugene and Rapunzel. And that is a complete collection, so that's why it's on my wall. And I almost forgot to show you guys, but I'm glad I spotted it before I ended the video. So that one was so hard to find, but I'm so happy I did because it's so cute. Okay, so to my Princess and the Frog collection. This is my entire collection. It is a lot of pins. This is all the room I have left. I don't want to expand to another board, so if I get new pins, I'm going to have to get rid of some when I'm out of room. So these are the pins I have at the moment. I would say the majority of these are fantasy pins. So this is a pop from the other series, but I put the Tiana pops on this board to go with the rest of my pins. There's so many different types of pins. So much creativity that can be seen on the pins, which is so cool. And this one is official Disney. That one is an LE of 250. So that it's they're called profiles, and they are pretty expensive depending on the character. The Oogie Boogie one from Nightmare Before Christmas is actually around, I believe, like $900. And then the Ariel one from The Little Mermaid is around $1,200. Luckily, I did not spend nearly as much for Tiana, which is good. So yeah, that is my Princess and the Frog collection. If you have any questions on any of the pins, like creator or price or how to find them, send me a DM or just comment below. My Instagram handle, my Twitter handle, and my Snapchat is the same as my YouTube channel, which is IAmNikkieG, no spaces. So if you guys want to find me on social media, you can do it that way. And yeah, so that is my Princess and the Frog collection. And then to my Disney Monster collection, I have these. They're two different types of the same design. So this one is a variant of this one. It is Aurora as Freddy Krueger. Here I have Jasmine as Elvira, Merida as Chucky, Alice as Beetlejuice, Vanellope as Scream, and then I have Anna as Annabelle, Rapunzel as 11, and then I have three variants of this Cindy design with Michael Myers, and then I have three variants of Ariel as Pennywise, three variants of Princess Tiana as Frankenstein, and then I have these variants of Snow White as Dracula and Rapunzel as Carrie. I do have more pins from this series coming in trades and in sales, so if you guys want to see an updated collection video, give this video a thumbs up and I will go ahead and do that for you guys. So a lot of pins, a lot of money, but also a lot of friendships, because I actually met a lot of friends through this hobby, which is so cool because you never think you'd make friends over the internet. That is a little bit about one of my hobbies. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you guys also trade or collect pins, let me know. That is awesome. And if you guys think I'm crazy and buying pins is a waste of money, that's cool too. Really fun, especially in the park. They have boards in different stores where you can trade with cast members. The only thing is you have to be watchful of scrappers, which are Disney pins that are fake. I can go over that in a separate video because it's a lot of detail that I'd have to go over. Pin collecting super fun, you make cool friendships, and since I'm from the Bay Area, I'm not right by the parks, which is unfortunate. But there's a lot of pin trading events in the Bay Area, which is really cool. I sound like a total nerd right now, but it's all good because I love it and I don't care what other people think about me. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and subscribe if you guys haven't yet. And if you guys want to follow me on my daily life on Twitter, Snapchat, or Instagram, go ahead and add me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.